Jupiter has deflected over 5,000 recorded comets and asteroids away from the inner solar system, acting as a gravitational shield that has been protecting Earth for billions of years without anyone asking it to. Scientists call this the Jupiter effect, and it is one of the leading reasons astrobiologists believe complex life on Earth was even possible. But here's the part that almost nobody talks about. Jupiter has also aimed impacts directly at us on several occasions. Its gravity doesn't just push threats away, it bends trajectories, and sometimes that bend points straight at the inner planets. The same force that intercepts a comet can just as easily redirect one toward Earth instead. Think of Jupiter less like a bodyguard and more like a bouncer who occasionally throws someone through your window. Shoemaker-Levy 9 showed us what Jupiter does to objects it catches, 21 fragments, each hitting with nuclear-scale force. That was Jupiter absorbing a hit meant for no one in particular. The unsettling part is that Jupiter's gravity had already broken that comet apart before the collision even happened. It is a protector that reshapes the danger before deciding where it lands. If you tried to land on Jupiter, you wouldn't hit the ground. There isn't one. The planet has no solid surface waiting beneath those swirling amber clouds. What you'd fall through instead is a crushing, thickening atmosphere that just gets denser and hotter the deeper you go. At a certain depth, the pressure becomes so extreme that hydrogen stops behaving like a gas entirely. It doesn't freeze, it doesn't simply compress. It transforms into something that has no real equivalent on Earth. The hydrogen becomes metallic, a liquid that conducts electricity like copper, flowing in vast currents through Jupiter's interior. Those currents generate a magnetic field 14 times stronger than anything Earth produces. And sitting somewhere beneath all of that is a core under pressures we genuinely cannot replicate in any laboratory. Meanwhile, on the surface, if you can even call it that, a storm has been raging for at least 350 years, wider than our entire planet. Jupiter doesn't just absorb threats, sometimes it aims them. Shoemaker-Levy 9 is the proof that nobody wanted to find. In 1992, Jupiter's gravity tore a comet apart into 21 separate fragments, each one a city killer in its own right. For 2 years, those fragments orbited Jupiter like a loaded gun slowly rotating toward a target. Then, in July 1994, they hit Jupiter itself. But the geometry that created that chain could just as easily have flung it inward. Computer models of the early solar system show Jupiter redirecting roughly the same number of comets toward Earth as it deflects away. It's not a shield so much as a gravitational pinball machine, and we happen to live near one of the bumpers. Some researchers now estimate that Jupiter may have increased the rate of large impacts on early Earth, not reduced it. The same force that clears debris also throws it. Scientists once called Jupiter Earth's bodyguard, and that framing stuck for decades in textbooks and documentaries. But the more we study other solar systems, the more that story unravels into something far stranger. Jupiter-sized planets in tight, chaotic orbits appear to sterilize their systems before life ever gets a foothold. A Jupiter in the wrong place doesn't protect rocky inner planets, it obliterates them entirely, or flings them into the cold dark. Our Jupiter sits in a relatively stable orbit, and that positioning may be accidental. The difference between a living world and a dead one might come down to where a giant planet happened to stop migrating billions of years ago. That's not a guardian, that's a coin flip. So when astronomers search for life elsewhere, they're not just looking for water or warmth, they're reading the whole gravitational architecture of a system, trying to find the rare configuration that didn't go wrong.